Well, welcome to our wedding breakfast. Thank you all for coming. I can honestly say it wouldn't be the same without you all. Just a hell of a lot cheaper. I'm a little nervous about reading this speech, and this is the 4th time today I've stood from a warm seat clutching a piece of paper. Lindsey and I met when she moved in 2 doors away from me. Recently, after she moved in, she locked herself out. So me being the gent that I am, I invited her in and plied her with Stella. I didn't succeed in seducing her on this occasion, so we lived as neighbours for about 5 years, occasionally seeing each other rolling in after a night out and having a little drink. The first time we went out together was around my 30th birthday. I was on my way out one night and gave her a knock and asked her if she fancied a bit of karaoke, and she did. And basically that's where it all started. Everything has been going well until at Lindsey's Christmas party I thought I'd be cheeky and asked Mr. Topping if he could do us a good deal for our wedding. Subsequently he got back to us and ouch. My wallet's now anorexic. I never thought I would be getting married after seeing so many other marriages break down around me, but they all seem so different to our relationship. Our relationship is so good, and when we disagree we usually have a laugh about it. Having Millie has made me grow up and see what's important in life. And I've been trying hard to spend more time with Jake too. Lindsey has been super supportive of this, and she's good at doing his homework for us. Anyway, I hope you all have a lovely day. I would firstly like to thank my gorgeous wife for marrying me and organising everything, although obviously she wouldn't have been able to do it all without me. I'd like to thank Caitlin and Grace and Millie for being our bridesmaids. I'd like to thank Mum and Dad Peacock for welcoming me into their family. I'd like to thank my mum and John, especially John, for putting up with me for all these years. Sorry John, I know it hasn't been easy. I thank you all for coming, and thanks from myself and Lindsey for all your cards and gifts. And I'd just like to give out some gifts to my mum and Lindsey's mum. And Caitlin and Grace, 2 lovely bridesmaids. And I think I'm ready to hand you over, as ready as I'm going to be, to hand you over to Phil, my best man. And here we go.
The bride and groom, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, close friends, gypsies, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Good afternoon to all of you. I'm Phil, and as you're probably now aware, I've been bestowed with the title and the honour of being Paul's best man for this very special occasion. For those of you who don't know me, I frequently appear on Crime Watch and Rogue Traders as a pixelated face. Before I wrote this speech, I asked a few people how long they thought it should last. The general response was about for as long as it takes the groom to do the to nuptialise. That's for the kids. I'm not even sure that's a real word. So with that in mind, thanks very much. You've been brilliant. I've heard several best man speeches over my 32 years on this planet, and they all seem to blatantly and disgracefully set out to demolish the groom. Quite frankly, I can see no reason why my speech should be any different. But it's with the greatest disappointment, I'm sure deep down for the best, my ramblings have now been censored. I've never been best man before, but I'm really going to try my best because Paul said if I could do a good job today, I could be best man at his next wedding too. Today is all about Lindsey and Paul, and it's my job to thank some people and pay gratuitous homage to others, and to toast the happy couple and drink for free too. Firstly, I've got to say how stunning Paul's bride Lindsey looks, and what a happy couple both Paul and Lindsey make. I'd also like to say how beautiful and what a wonderful job the bridesmaids have done. A big thank you out to the girls, you've been fantastic, thank you. Big up to my main man Jake, high five to Millie too if she's awake. I'd also like to give massive thanks to Ali for helping get Lindsey here today and to prepare her. I do believe she put up quite a fierce struggle. Thank you all. I'd also like to thank all you guests and relatives for making it here today. I know for a fact that some of you have travelled an awfully long way. Some special guests have even travelled as far afield as Australia for lamb. Finally, my main vote of thanks goes to Paul for publicly admitting I am indeed the best man. Paul has understandably been a bit worried about the whole marriage thing, so as a good friend and more importantly a single man, ladies, I took him aside and said, listen Sharpie, you'll look back on today on the happiest day of your life. I told him that yesterday. My duties today have been numerous and diverse. One of the most important was to ensure that the groom's appearance be in keeping with this special occasion. Unfortunately, but with the best will in the world, you can only work with what you're given. In preparation for today, I read a book on weddings, and it said the 3 key parts that make a wedding a day to remember are love, food and fun. The book also said that a man is incomplete until he's married, and from that day forward he's finished. During this service I couldn't help thinking to myself, it was about years ago when Gina and Austin were sending their daughter to bed with a dummy. And now they're doing it all over again. Okay, I've got a couple of cards to read out. On your wedding day, may it sparkle with happiness, tomorrow bring plans, hopes and dreams fulfilled, and always may love touch everything you do. To Paul and Lindsey from Auntie Dorothy and Uncle Frank. A wish for your wedding day, wishing you the kind of day that's filled with joy, sunshine and laughter. Love, John and Kate. And lastly, one I got this morning, congratulations Paul, we'll all miss you, the girls from the Fantasy Lounge. Dear guests, thankfully that's it, so without further ado may I ask that you charge your glasses and be upstanding so I can propose a toast. To 2 very good friends, I wish you health, happiness, love and wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Lindsey and Paul Sharp, the bride and groom.
Bride and groom.
Ladies and gentlemen, the job is